I was talking about War of the Worlds. I'm talking about like 1953's version.
Are you gonna? You can't jump around.
No,
Well, wasn't a big part of the alien invasion scare from the 50s sort of a parallel to the Red Scare? You know, like the aliens were taking the place of the communists, and we got to be careful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, sure, but actually, I mean, it was based on the story by H.G. Wells, you know.
Which predated the Red Scare.
Exactly, it did predate it. And, you know, what I love about that film from 1953 with Gene Barry and Ann Robinson is it took place, when the film was made, it took place in modern day, in their time. I mean, the film was made in 53, and the film was all 50s. And the thing I loved about it is it dealt with the science of the day. You know, the Gene Barry was actually a scientist, you know, and he was surrounding himself with scientists. And that, when they started to figure out what the deal was with the aliens and how this didn't work and this didn't work. I mean, it was great because it was all science. Let's drop the atom. Okay, what's the biggest thing that we could do? Let's drop the atom bomb on these evil aliens. The atom bomb doesn't work, and they keep coming. Oh my gosh, humanity is we're gonna be destroyed. I love the thing about the science with that film. Unlike the one in 2005, War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, which is I mean, and there was. Tom Cruise wasn't a scientist. There was no science in it at all.
At the end of the day, Tom Cruise just wanted to run around and look badass.
That's with his leather jacket.
And those Martians, it seemed like they were not at all worried about catching anything. It's like, like they were almost one step away from just like getting off their spaceship and just licking everything in sight. Like you're trying to get a cold.
You know, it's funny that I love the look of the aliens from '53. They had a very interesting face. They had kind of like a stingray head kind of a thing. And yes, it's like 50s technology. I get it. It's not Stan Winston. But the little arm with the 3 little fingers and the face.
It was cool.
I mean, think about it.
I think it holds up today.
The thing with the eye, the thing I love about the eye is, okay, it has one eye, but it has the 3 little, it has like a TV camera. It has the red, green.
Three different colors.
Yeah. And nothing had been like that before.
Well, what's interesting is that it wasn't a man in a suit. They went for a completely non-humanoid looking creature, which was great and very ambitious for back then.
Yeah, and it was great. And then what Spielberg does in his film is, okay, we're gonna make them gray. They're kind of a grayish color, and they give them the 2 eyes. And you know, it's funny when you see them. To me, they looked a little too cutesy. I thought they tried to make them mean, but I don't know. They still had the 3 fingers. I wasn't really a big fan.
Well,
I mean, when that film was on TV, you know, guys, I switched channel.
But wouldn't you like someone to go back to that film? Because I love that movie, and George Powell's one of my heroes.
Oh, I love it. The colors. The shape of the spaceship.
Ships are awesome.
I was just going to say that typical triangle kind of like pod shape is very awesome.
Yeah.
It's like that for a reason. It's been cliche for a reason.
Right. It's beautiful design, and the one thing that gets me is that to this day, you can see all those strings.
On your Blu-ray.
Many strings.
Now, look, you know,
and I understand it's a product of its time.
It
I get
is.
that, and I forgive it for that. But what I'm saying is that now we have the technology. It would be great if someone could just, because that's a simple fix.
Yeah.
To go back there and just get rid of all those strings, and now.
You know, I think I'm going to write a letter to Paramount. I think that's what we should do.
Oh my God,
get
we're
them.
agreeing.
Yes, I know. We agree on something.